Louisiana Living on Fox 14 continues.
And welcome back. I'm joined now by Carrie Hefner for In the Garden, and we're talking about planting trees and shrubs. Carrie, thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be here.
What is the perfect time of the year for planting trees and shrubs?
Right now, and we'll go through what so far has been a fairly mild winter. And even if we do have some cold weather, that doesn't mean that the root systems won't have a great opportunity to get established. It's still warm enough down in the ground for root systems to grow and make sure the tree or shrub has a good time to get established before leaf break in spring. So we want to go to some, there's the picture here we got that's from gardeners.com, and notice how that hole is wider than the tree or shrub's root ball. That's very important. When you're digging holes for trees and shrubs, make sure the hole is wider than the root ball, at least twice as wide. You're not so much concerned with depth as you are with making the hole wide enough, so you'll dig the hole twice as wide as the root ball is large. If possible, do not amend the soil, and there are a couple of reasons for that. You can backfill so as to remove air pockets, to kind of tamp down as you go. And if you'll notice from the picture, there was a little cone of soil down in the center of that hole. If you're planting bare root trees and shrubs, you can spread the roots out and get them off to a good start that way as far as growing outward, and then water in, unless we're expecting rain in the next few days like Jared just told us that we are. So if you're out today planting, if the ground is dry enough where you are to plant trees and shrubs, you're doing it at a perfect time, and you won't have to worry about watering it in. Looks like that's going to be done for us in the next day or two. So.
Does this go for fruit trees as well?
Absolutely, especially for fruit trees. And remember, if you're planting grafted fruit trees, leave the graft union above the soil. If you bury the graft union, the rootstock that you're grafted onto, the scion is grafted onto, if it's a semi-dwarfing or a dwarfing rootstock, that will be overridden, and you'll get a standard size tree if you bury the graft union. So leave the graft union, if you can find it, above soil level.
All right, I'd like to see our tree. You'll have to send me a picture.
It looks great, yeah.
Okay, we have a question today. Every Tuesday, Carrie answers your home garden questions for Live in the Garden. And the question is, what is in season for houseplants?
Assuming you mean the four sort of solar seasons, all of our houseplants just about are tropical in origin, and so in their native habitats wouldn't really experience seasons as we do this far north of the tropics. That's why your house plants, very few of them are really productive in terms of flowers. They're mostly foliage plants. They take low light conditions, and if you can provide this a humid habitat, which inside is not a humid habitat, but as far as trends goes, now of course we're in the Christmas season. Even our poinsettias, Christmas cactus, Norfolk Island pine, which a lot of people decorate as a Christmas tree, even those are tropicals. So
interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
You would not know that.
Right.
When your plant is inside and you have the heat going, how does that affect your house plants?
Well, plants are transpiring water out of the leaves, and so that's why it's very important to keep them watered. If, like this time of year, if you have Christmas plants sitting in the aluminum, the colored foil that we often get them in stores, take that off, water them, let the water run through, then put them back in there. You don't want the roots sitting in water, but very important to keep them well watered. It's typically drier inside than it is outside, and they can dry out very quickly.
Good information. Thank you so much, Carrie. And to have your home garden questions answered, just submit them on our website, myarpamiss.com. And still ahead, we're headed to the kitchen for today's Farm to Table. You're watching Louisiana Living on Fox 14.
Trade names are used by the LSU Ag Center for clarity and information purposes only. Neither commercial endorsement of specific products nor a recommendation to the exclusion of similar products is implied.